Hello everyone, this is a Greyshot 117 here, bringing you another COH2 replay. This one is brought to you by, skip this moment, Z Ankle. Thank you, Z Ankle, for sending me this replay. It is a 2v2 on Crossing in the Woods. It has Chase and Tiger versus British Colonial Power and Z Ankle. Sure, why not? In any capacity, let's see how things are going to kick off. So, we currently have a Soviet and a British versus two Wehrmacht, and let's double check their ranking. While I'm pulling this up, I want to thank my Patreon supporters like Ace, Sean, Tim, Carter, Leo, and Nick. Thank you guys so much for your awesome support. You guys rock, and actually pretty close in ranking or playtime total. So we'll see how that goes throughout the game. Remember, if you want to submit your own replay, you can do so via my Gmail or Facebook, however it is easier for you. And I'll check it out, see how it is. And if, you know, Relic wants to do a fandom update and literally get rid of an MLG game that had a pro player in it that I was really excited for when I goes on vacation, but I come back and I can't use it, then, you know, I'll try to make do. But in an A capacity, let's get to this game. Crossing in the Woods, multiple objectives right across, easier for, I guess, the Allies to take over the left, while the Germans are easier to take over the right by standing. But we'll see how things go, at least by how the map position is. Anyway, British infantry using the well as cover, but Grenadiers going for the flank, trying to overwhelm that MG, but alas, I don't think it's going to work. Or can they outdo? Grenadiers trying to push forward. Alas, they are not able to get around the MG and are very quickly suppressed. If you can't hear that, my cat just jumped into my lap, so you may be hearing some meow sounds. I apologize. Anyway, and also say you're welcome. More Grenadiers moving up, so he's definitely going something a little different. We have a little bit more of a well-rounded army over here with mortars and MGs, but the Soviet guy is going like, oh, well, I'm just going to go all conscripts. And a scout car. Alright, that's weird. Usually people use penal troops with a scout car, but alright, conscripts with it. Also, he's not capturing territory, so Z Ankle, question mark. What are you doing? British infantry opening fire, but the last being surrounded. Looks like the British had to retreat their MG from a flank, and they should be able to hold the fuel. And actually, it's pretty damn good for the Axis, because now they have both fuel points under their control, and they can hold map supremacy. Sure, the Allies could take mid, but they really want to take a fuel point, and if they keep having to find an enemy that's locked down in some really good territory, then that's going to be a big issue, especially for a British player whose best strategy, or typically one of the best strategies, is being able to emplace themselves and able to fortify. Well, if your, you know, closest objective to the front line, or the farthest you've been able to push out, is literally one point next to your base, you're not going to emplace, because that's really close and not worth it. Anyway, the problem, though, with pushing so far forward, and that's weird how he's next to heavy cover, but not in heavy cover, is the fact that at least the Allies will be able to resupply quicker and, of course, redeploy to the front lines. So we'll see how that goes. I would actually move this Grenadier back, because right now that scout car can bum rush you with infantry, and you really have nothing. I would say pop armor piercing rounds, but you don't have that, so you can't really destroy that scout car very quickly. Mortar team opening fire, but that Grenadier squad was so close to dying, I don't even know why you send it up. And that's going to alert this scout car being like, hey, wait a second. You think maybe we could push up? Okay, Z Ankle going the urban defense doctrine. Very good with infantry tactics, but there is a catch. This weak, really weak, almost never see it M42 AT gun for the Soviets is pretty terrible. Honestly, its gun is annoying. I'd rather just get a better AT gun than two of those suckers. But the nice thing about it is, of course, the fire, the booby traps, and the forward assembly. Because, again, you can reinforce your guys in the front, and that can be quite annoying. Okay, now you get penal troops, so what, a mix? Sure, why not? On the right-hand side, we have the British. Looks like able to recapture some territory after a small fight, but definitely taking some hits. The Universal Carrier moving up. However, Tiger, not out of the woods yet, opening fire. One real weird thing is he has not captured this territory. So remember how I said he would actually, you know, get those resources? Well, because he didn't capture this, nor did he capture that, they're not connected, as you can currently see. So he's not going to get anything. Nice job, man. Just nice job. I mean, yeah. On the left-hand side, looks like that scout car, which I warned you about earlier, is managing to push through. You do not have a Panzerfaust, because you do not have enough munitions, so it's just gonna go through your territory with no real issue or problem whatsoever. You have another guy, but once again, not enough for a Panzerfaust. You need 25 for that. This MG is being burnt alive, although it held back that one squad. You still have to worry about the penal troops over here. Oh, okay. There's the Panzerfaust, and they should be able to do enough damage to kill it. Not enough direct. There we go. And that should push back the Grenadier squad. Does a flip in midair. I give that flip an 8. The landing was a 2. He landed headfirst into the fire. Could have been better. Penal troops using the high ridge and should be using high cover to overwhelm these guys, but alas, they have no cover on them. And the Germans take a... Okay, he's keeping his Grenadier squad back, just taking the point, fine. And take a okay situation and turn into a great situation. Now the Allies have all the fuel, and they have it connected, so they're actually going to get said fuel. Now both these doctrines require the heavy tank, again, to use it maximum effectiveness. Again, the Tiger is very good, but it requires a lot of fuel, and with both these doctrines, it's what, 230? And you're getting 10 per turn. So good. In about 23 minutes, you too will be able to get yourself a Tiger of some sort. Yeah, you need to speed things up a bit. You, like, maybe every 5 minutes or something, get a Tiger. Maybe. Anyway, the nice thing about these, the Lightning War and the Spearhead, is you get this for armor, and you got the Fragmentation Bomb for infantry. Plus you got G43s to fight infantry, again, and then you have this to fight emplacements. So we now have a scout car, again, to handle other light vehicles. You want to stay away from the penal troops, because I'm assuming he's trying to throw the satchel charge. Luckily, if he stays far enough away, he should be fine, although we can get PTRS rifles to really deal with that. But it looks like he might not be able to at this point, and the scout car is just going to constantly wreak havoc. It does pretty good damage against infantry, though if they get heavier cover, that could definitely be a concern. Nice mortar, though. Seems to be hurting a lot of their infantry. Though, a lot of infantry is now moving up, and he needs to stay back, because he needs to watch out for AT grenades, which will be out in the next, like, 20-30 seconds. And the penal troops, which, like, once again, can throw satchels. So, keep your distance, man. Keep your distance. Overall, RB-wise, this is actually quite even. So, oh boy, scout car still opening fire. Germans are trying. Mortar's opening fire. Now that one, so not too shabby. And the British guy on the other side, however... Okay, here's idiot. Okay, look. This can fire left or right. It can't fire down here. So you placing this here does nothing to help you. And there goes British infantry doing a nice little spin. But at least they knocked out the MG now. So... multiple British infantry moving up. I wonder if he's going to get the upgrade for him. I am assuming, because he's getting so many, to have the rifles just to... he'll get the upgrade, but I don't know. And right now, very nice play by British colonial power, cutting off the territory, though he's probably going to lose that squad. Will he? Yeah, there it goes. Oh, right in the face, too. Oof. Grenadiers moving up, and looks like with the G40 rifles, they may be able to turn the tide. That gives them an extra potency with their infantry attack power, and should be able to break up this British infantry quite well. They are in heavy cover, but again, and G43 is better long range. But if I had to guess, because of this bonus, they should be able to knock out that squad. And if he can keep getting more, he should be fine. But if we look, he's probably not going to be able to. Why? Because that's what, 60 munitions? 60? No, 45. My bad. 45. I'm used to, like, the MG42 upgrade being 60 munitions. So if that's 45, and, oh, I don't know, 2 units get it, you have what? 2 additional Grenadier squads, so it's going to take a while before you get both of them. But if you get 4 squads with those things, the British infantry, you're going to have to worry about long-term deployment. Scout car moving up, try to knock out those engineers, but those engineers are curiously placed. I would be wary about mines, because, like, alright, what is he doing? That's just me and my, you know, thoughts. Also, PTRS rifles, so that's something you have to watch out about. He got this, no offense to Inkle, you got the stupid AT gun. I hate this thing with a burning passion because it sucks. If you somehow make it work, then congratulations, you're a better man than me. But, again, I don't think it's all that great. We have a big push by Tiger with his Grenadiers against multiple British infantry. I don't think they're going to survive. Do you have grenades? You do not. Well, it would have been perfect to grenade. But they're just opening fire, and actually, goddamn, they are winning. What the hell just blew up? Something just hit something, caused... I'm assuming a mine or something, maybe? Anyway, oh my god. The British infantry are being annihilated by the G43 rifles. Very nice job. So now the Grenadiers are giving chase all the way to the base. Again, we have to worry about that MG because they're very close. Also, he's in negative cover, getting freaking cover. But now they're capturing this point, and this will cut off territory to the Allies with all their fuel and everything on the right, which is good. Very good. And Tiger, right now, doing probably the best out of the two. X-Tries taking some hits and has not been able to crack the Soviet player. Soviet player, if anything, has been doing a pretty damn good job at countering his attacks. Oh, there goes, I assume. Yep. Oh, wow. No, the mortar lived. I was actually surprised. Come on, get the mortar out of here. It's Vet 2. Anyway, the point, even though they had to retreat, Tiger's forces did manage to achieve their objective. They neutralized that point and neutralized that fuel coming in. So that should at least help kind of even things out until they can capture it for himself. And the reason why he doesn't is because of the... Actually, there's nothing here. I thought this was a unit for a second. That's my bad. British infantry looks like moving up because they see a good target. Again, when a unit's building something, it is very vulnerable to enemy fire. Fire unit coming in, so British colonial power going to start burning some grenadiers. Not a bad idea, versing a lot of grenadiers, but you have to keep the gap pretty far, otherwise a Panzerfaust will come in, and yeah, you really don't want that. MG now moving up, British launching a counter assault, reconnecting the territory, and might be able to get that fuel back. Mortar teams opening fire, and since he's there, I'm assuming he's not really going to be focusing on the left anymore. Probably a defensive line like right here, because you can't really run down this area. Might be a good idea. Again, just cluster them here with AT and MG fire, maybe a mortar over here, and then just watch yourself on this corridor and hold mid, and that's about it. I know it sucks that you won't be able to get that, but if you can kind of break the Allies on the right, then maybe you'll be fine. Anyway, look, even though I say that, the British guy is holding up pretty damn well. You should probably move up your scout car to kind of counter that light armor and allow a push to occur. That would be my guess. And also MG, decently placed, but I feel like in this heavy cover on this like pillbox, that'll be better, and holding off these two areas. Grenadiers moving in with Grenadiers and an MG-42. Unfortunately, with the Universal Carrier and that MG, I don't think that those units are going to be able to break through unless you really focus these mortar teams, which again, they can use them to pretty much counter a lot of infantry, so we'll see exactly what happens. I don't think it's going to be enough, but heck, it could be. He might be able to break them, who knows. At least they're grabbing the fuel, which they really do need. But British infantry is pushing up and right into the MG line, so yeah, he'll take some hits from that. Another MG guarding the flank. Lots of troops coming in, but that MG should be able to suppress all of them unless they spread out, which he's doing. Very nice sea ankle. Flanking around the MG, which can only suppress large groups. Stuck together. Very good tactic. I like how they, again, came in multiple directions. They could just overwhelm that MG. Well, I think there was a COH2 video, a promotional video from Machinima, how there was literally one German MG, and it was taking on, like, it was killing, like, I think it killed one squad, then they sent, like, a couple squads, and then they sent, like, a couple squads with armor and planes and everything. I'm like, this is one MG, just go in different directions. It doesn't require the Soviet army to take out one MG. If so, that's really, really bad tactics. Like, if that's your pinnacle, if that's the hardest thing that you need armor and air force and whatnot, it's like, yeah, you're gonna need something else. Anyway, artillery's coming down. Very close. And with that, we know they have an Su-76. So right now, the Germans have to worry about that. Scout car could do damage from behind, but from the front, that thing is very powerful gun. Could rip through that thing's armor. So he has to worry. Looks like Tiger, though, launching another key assault with his G-43s. Probably should upgrade his men with them. But they seem to be tearing apart the MGs and the British infantry. His own MGs over here to help hold the point. Though we now have a Cromwell from all that fuel they gathered from early on. Does he have anything to hold it back? No. Does XC or Esh have anything to hold it back? No. Oh, yes. Panzer Grenadiers, which he's sending in the opposite direction. So, good teammate. Good job, teammate. Well, at least you killed the universal carrier, I think? Yes, you did. Nice. So mass Panzerfaust could be a thing. But I think since you just used mass Panzerfaust, you don't have the munitions nor the capability to. Okay, you have a lot of that. Maybe get the Laish Mechanized Company so you can get AT guns. I don't know. You're at least getting a Pioneer Squad, so I assume you'll be getting the upgrade. Let's see. You currently have up to Battle Phase 2. And Esh currently has up to Battle Phase 1. So he has the building, but can't buy it. You have the upgrade and go away to Mechanized. So maybe you'll do that and get Panzer 4. That could be good. Though, again, Su-76 combined with the Cromwell could be a deadly combination versing a Panzer 4. Or maybe 2 Stugs to help counter. That could work. But again, make sure it's well supported. Order team's opening fire, moving those, well, annihilating those conscripts. Which, by the way, nice little demo charge right there. Oh, that poor squad. Actually, this kind of opens up a big thing where, oh, wow, yeah, they don't have a lot of men. If anything, Esh is doing a pretty damn good job at slowly weakening the Soviet player, while Tiger has been pushing down and going toe-to-toe with the goddamn British. But now with that armor, he doesn't have really anything to counter. So he's going to have to think of something. What are you doing with that? Okay, yeah, you are getting a Panzer IV, which I would probably say is either that or maybe a Stug or 2. I would probably stick with the Panzer IV, just deal with the infantry, because I don't think they have AT, do they? No, they don't. Come on, can they kill the... Yep, nice shot. And the British guy is taking some key hits. Z-Ankle is getting more men and seems to be... Oh, getting mechanized armor compania, very nice. Scout car going in, but alas, the poor mine was able to neutralize it. Mass Panzerfaust knocks out the Cromwell, at least for a short period of time. Yeah, so I'm assuming the British guys laid some mines over here. Not a bad idea at all. Make sure they don't push with armor. And I still have that demo over here I'm waiting for, so I cannot wait for that. And also, we can see here he got the building. So this, again, Ford headquarters will heal his guys, give a defensive bonus, and be pretty damn hard to kill. Now, again, Esh could move up his mortar teams, and with the special ability being the Flame Barrage, could do a lot. I would also recommend, with all this extra manpower, maybe a fuel cache or munitions cache. Personally, fuel cache, then 1 munitions cache. That way you can kind of keep doing your specials, but also get armor. Also, weird thing, if you have enough to build this building, why haven't you deployed armor yet? Did you just make it to increase your overall command points so you can rush for a Tiger? If so, that may not be the best and boldest strategy. I'm sorry, it would be bold, just maybe not the smartest strategy. Now, anyway, PTRS rifle, SU-76, and the conscripts can throw AT grenades moving up, so this thing has to pull back, otherwise it will die. Take a 99%. Now, again, they tried to mortar it to death, but looks like it didn't work. We have a lot of Grenadiers on the right, and now that Cromwell's back up, so he needs a new strategy. He can keep doing mass Panzerfaust, and that's fine, but I would, like, get an AT gun. If you're... It's weird. If you're not gonna get... Yeah. If you're not gonna get a Panzer IV, then why did you get this? Like, an Oswin, no, that doesn't make sense. A Stug, yeah, okay, that makes sense. Push back the Cromwell. You can then push the enemy with your Grenadiers. You just have enough attack power to fight the infantry, which you are destroying, by the way, but you just don't have anything to fight the armor. And I get it, now they have a Firefly, so you're like, oh, better get the Tiger, but still, I'm on the same idea of, well, okay, if that's your main concern, then get a AT gun. A nice job at recapturing this territory. Again, Ally can definitely use that. Now the Allies are currently down on resources, so very nicely done. And pulling back. Trying to see what he does next. They have reconnected the fuel, but looks like, again, with that territorial gain, Allies still have an upper hand. Really surprised they haven't tried to put a fuel cache down by now, especially this guy. You figured he would want to put like 1 or 2 down, judging by the amount of manpower he's saving up. Overall, the allies have a slight edge in overall men on the field. But again, manpower-wise, they still have quite a bit. So let's see what happens. We have a Katusha over here, and that's U-76. They have a really good defensive line over here. Oh, don't tell me the... Oh, the demo went off. Wait, does that mean you lost troops? Oh, I see no grenadiers, so yeah, maybe. Once again, mass Panzerfaust, and that thing will make a retreat. But it's still opening fire on you, and then MG's still tearing you apart. So yeah. Right now, it looks like the Germans are winning with infantry, though they're not getting kills with the British infantry. That's the thing. Infantry section are still living, and I'm assuming if he can get that bolster infantry, he can kind of help turn the tide a little bit and go toe-to-toe. But right now, these 3-star squads are just annihilating a lot of the British infantry and just going around. Not necessarily killing the full British infantry squads, but definitely outpacing them and doing more damage than they can. So, very nicely done. Very nicely done. Wow, Firefly getting a real lucky hit. Nice rifle grenade. And the British guy once again retreats. He is a tank. And I'll say this, without a tank, you're currently pushing him back. On the flip side, though, the Soviet player doing okay. Fire being called down. He has an AT gun over here, and this is what I think you should have. Again, instead of pointing down his headquarters, maybe getting the... I don't know, the light mechanized one would have been better. I mean, that's just me. But whatever, you got your Tiger tank, so congratulations. We'll see how this does. Remember, the enemy has a Firefly, which has kind of been not really used. You know about this Firefly, and while your Grenadiers are great, you still have to close that gap, and this is where an AT gun would be very helpful to make sure that Firefly stays back from the Tiger, but then the Tiger can be supported by AT guns and whatnot, so... Alright, we'll see how this goes. I see a downfall coming. Similar to a recent game of Hearts of Iron I played, I'm like, oh, this is going great, and part of my own rules, everything just kind of fell apart. So, went well, went really well. And anyway, in any case... You have more, well, only one mortar carriage, so the other one probably just got screwed. And it looks like there's going to be a big push here, but that means if the Soviet player was like, hey, let's counterattack, there's not really much stopping him. Though, holy mackerel, that's a lot of Soviets in one place. They do have an AT gun here, I'm assuming an MG to guard the flank. But now they're moving up a lot of men, and I think there might be some mines here just to watch out for. Tiger rolling up on the Cromwell, and Firefly. Nice shot. Artillery's coming down. This is a pretty nice defensive line by the British to hold back the enemy. Panzer Grenadiers opening fire, getting some nice shots on the Cromwell. Heck, even the mortars opening fire. But alas, there's just too much armor, and with those tank destroyers there, that Tiger really can't pen or this line. Sure, it could pen any of these individual units, but combined, they just overwhelm it, and will most likely make sure that they can't push up. Kind of frightening, honestly, for these guys. Because again, if you have to worry about multiple tank destroyers, you're a single tank. You need support. Now, can you please put down some fuel caches or munitions caches, and or get yourself AT guns? I'm just pointing that out, please. I'm just asking, please. Now, he's getting himself a medium armor tank, and that's fine by my opinion, because that way you have something mobile instead of two. Because it will take him at least, like, another couple minutes for a Tiger, and at least have some armor out. The Panzer IV can at least go toe-to-toe with most of that stuff over there, except for the Firefly. But you have at least 7 AT guns, so you can kind of support yourself. Meanwhile, Grenadiers pushing up, and I'm assuming... Nope, he doesn't have enough munitions, so... Wow, he just retreats. Not knowing that he could have probably just stayed there and been perfectly fine, he retreats. Heck, I'll take it. Grenadiers falling, pushing them back. Overall, Tiger, I'll say this, because you have multiple vetted infantry, good job. Seriously. Freaking GG on this infantry and pushing up. Very nicely done. Now again, we'll see what happens, but overall, let's see, we have a MG along with some, oh boy. The British are like, okay, we're done with this. We're bringing out the Brens, we're bringing out the extra men. We are pushing up and we are taking that area. And looks like the Cromwell's coming in to support. They are now opening fire on the Grenadiers. Oh no, the Panzer IV is over here. And he just got an MG. He's like, hold on, I got this. Cromwell getting a nice hit. Panzer Grenadiers supporting, but focusing on the wrong target. Again, you have a Panzerschreck. And while in most games, if you fire a Panzerschreck in an infantry unit, they typically die. In this game, it's like, well, no. Infantry are immune to rockets. Only armor is not immune. Which, once again, I scratch my head being like, okay, if I go get to play Doom and I fire a rocket launcher, or Call of Duty 3 and get the rocket launcher, Panzerschreck, you name it, I think the enemy is going to die if I hit him directly with it. I don't know. Maybe it's just me and my crazy shenanigans, but I don't know. Anyway, it looks like the Soviet player is moving in on a flank while the Tiger has its back exposed. We have no mines here, and we have two T-34s with Su-76 opening fire. Luckily, we have a guy that at least got some AT guns, so this thing is probably going to die. Yep, there it goes. Tiger tank still able to fire. AT guns would probably be a good time for you to move. It looks like Tiger's rushing in to mass Panzerfaust. This would be a great time for the Firefly to move in. But because this one is with its gun knocked out, this one T-34 will probably not be able to take out this Tiger by itself. Though it'll be a good attempt. And now you're moving up. But if we remember, we still have the fire. Oh no, Firefly, they did a Panzerfaust, so it has to stay back. Come on. Oh no. What do we have? Fire being called down, which will kill the infantry, but okay, if they're trying to heal, that will destroy the engineers. And there goes two squads. He does not notice in time. Oh, he moved that. Oh, they're gonna burn to death. Oh, that's so many. The Tiger survives, but what cost? And also now the Grenadiers are running through fire. Oh, nice booby trap. Oh no. Wow, it'd been better if you would have kind of helped. Satchel and AT grenade maybe? Mass Panzerschreck for the last, not enough. Come on, Tiger, run. Satchel, and I think that will do it. Oh my god. Only if you would have moved up these things, that would kill those T-34s a little sooner. The Tiger probably could have escaped. We'll probably be able to get a Tiger soon, but he took some heavy casualties. But let's not just target one. Oh my god, please get the hit. Nope, doesn't get the hit. Cromwell trying to go for the mortar carriage hit. He lost two T-34s and an Su-76. Overall, he lost more armor, but to be completely fair, Tiger could not afford to lose that Tiger tank. He can't deploy one right now. Ziankle, he still has some armor to fight. Tiger doesn't. And right now, he doesn't even have the capacity for anti-tank. The best thing they have is a goddamn Panzer IV, and right now he's going balls deep with it against something that really would kill it. And again, now we have rockets firing going on. Looks like he's trying to move up to counter. But he also did lose one of his precious Grenadiers, like really highly vetted Grenadiers, while trying to defend that Tiger. So, once again, they're going for that point. Once again, they're trying to hold back the infantry. But it seems even with the Brens, the G43 rifles are still holding them back. Wait. Trying to hit Katusha there. Grenadiers opening fire. Might be able to get a nice hit with the Katusha or the T-34, but alas, none of the rockets are hit. Oh, there we go. They need to pull back. Nice hit on the T-34, though. Very close. Let's move the mortar to fight it, not the AT guns that we have stationed back here. Once again, they're back here, and you don't move them up. Alright. We do have a lot of manpower for both Ziankle and Tiger, but the problem is Ziankle has twice the army on deck than Tiger does. So that's going to be an issue. And British Colonial Power and Chase are kind of even, but British Colonial Power is more manpower. So right now the edge is on the Allies. It's been a pretty good game so far, but yeah, the edge is right now on the Allies. And overall, the Allies have also more resources coming in, which will help them out. So the Germans need to definitely play. It's weird. They have to play defensive, but they also have to play aggressively. They have to play an aggressively defensive war. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you play, I'll reference Hearts of Iron 4 again. If you let the enemy attack and you can survive the assault, with what's left of your guys, you then counterattack and push them back. And that's what you kind of need to do. You need to get your men, survive their assault like you just did, and push up. And it looks like you might be able to do that, although the fire is coming down right on your MG. Not your day. Once again, Tiger's moving up with his Grenadiers to fight a bunch of guys. But this time, again, they have way too many units. And the Cromwell's still there. And, oh, nice MG guarding your flank. But now this Cromwell's like, hey, if we get this MG, we can flank him. But it looks like he realized, I don't want to lose my men. Let's pull back. Grenadiers moving up. How many kills have you done? 7 and 6 for... Oh, okay. Oh, man, you lost another Vet 3. That's gonna suck. Man, the British infantry have utterly feared those Grenadier squads. But now, they seem to be pushing them back. Plus, we have a Comet on the field. So, that's a lot of armor for one side. SG still has a Stug, which, actually nice. You got Stug fighting Cromwell. Where are those goddamn AT guns? Are they still back in your base? Okay, no. Okay, only one is in your base. The other one is deeper in the base. I'm shaking my head right now. My hand is on my forehead as I shake. I'm just like, really? Anyway, yeah, you're not gonna be able to fight a Comet with a Panzer IV, so you need to pull back now. The Stug is moving up, which is the stupidest move you can do, because wow, that was a really far shot. I'll give it that. I think that was just a miss that just went far. Although I've seen AT gun shots that. How the hell did you miss that? I saw the trail go through it. You need to get out of there before the Firefly decides to make you Swiss cheese. And it's about to in 3, 2, 1, and no direct fire. I'm actually kind of surprised on that. Wait for it. Firefly did not fire. Very lucky. Tiger tank moving. Oh my god, Tiger. Do not push in right now. He has T-34s. He has Fireflies. Panzer Grenadier, though, moving in. Where's that freaking AT gun? Dude. Where's your AT gun? Okay. Nice job. Back up. Back up. Just keep letting it hit your front armor and just keep firing. Panzer Grenadiers open fire. One more shot. One more shot. Nice kill. And both T-34s are down with little casualties on the German side as far as I can tell. Some pushbacks, but nothing major. But once again, the Soviets, Zienko lost all his armor. He has one more T-34 coming out. Right now, the British is something you have to kill because he has a lot of vet troops. You've been massacring the Soviet player, but the British colonial power has just been building and building and building. Oh, now you bring up the AT. Yeah, maybe with all this, I don't know, red smoke, that maybe be like, it seems like they might be calling something down. Maybe I want to pull back. And for those who are new to Company of Heroes 2, the red smoke is not just for your allies to see. The enemy can see the red smoke. There's very few abilities that don't call, like, signal, and that would be like a Stuka bomb or no, just Stuka bomb is the only thing I can think of. But the reason you have that is because you can hear the ear-piercing sound. Again, it's in the game design that, okay, Stuka bomb, not red smoke, they're just going to call an airstrike on it. But again, the problem with that is, I think that's the only one I can think of. Because most other things, it's literally a call-in direct strike. It's a call-in strike, so I want to say that's it. Because even like the railway artillery and stuff like that has red smoke that drops, so. Negative cover, even with the added power of these things, still getting a kill, they have to fall back. Or they're probably going to die. Stug opening fire. Things are not looking all that great. Another T-34, Firefly, and the Comet's getting hits. But, oh, nice Panzer Grenadier guarding the flank. Come on, Tiger. Good hit. Yeah, just keep massacring all the T-34s. Firefly getting a nice shot on there. We do have to watch out because these things have gaming bombs too, so that could be a problem with the armored vehicles. If they can lay a nice gaming bomb, they could freeze the unit. Nice mine placement again. They have also penal troops to help support. Do you have any artillery axis? Because, again, Z-Ankle has artillery. He has the Katyusha, and it's been getting some really nice hits. You guys, however, are getting Stugs and a Panzer IV. I mean, that's smart. Get a lot of smaller stuff than bigger. Tiger has yet to get that, and something just blew up. Oh my god, they killed the Firefly. That's a good hit, but he's just getting another because he has a lot of, well, not a lot, but a decent backup of fuel. Panzer Grenadiers opening fire, trying to target the T-34. Should be able to fire another salvo, and then we'll probably have to retreat. Oh, very lucky he doesn't hit the, oh, nope, T-34 is like, I'll hit that mine, I don't care. 3-star Grenadier squad, now just running. That's amazing, he lived. He's like, he's holding his hat like, I got this, I got this, I got this. And, oh, nice. Booby trap. There goes a really good unit down the drain. Right now, it's kind of bad because the Axis don't have access to the fuel. Axis don't have access. Funny. Oh, Katyusha just destroying them. Yeah, run into the Katyusha. That's a smart play. Somehow surviving. Don't know how, but alright. MG opening fire on the German side. Penal charge and British infantry moving up. Nice grenade, getting a couple hits. Tiger tank moving up. AT grenade. Remanned it because he's not getting the building. And to be fair, at least he has something. Nice guarding his flank. Stugs opening fire. Seem to be causing massive damage. Maybe able to kill the Cromwell. Comment on the retreat. And a Firefly now there. Looks like they're able to do some massive damage against the British infantry. Can they get a kill on them? Because they're all vet free. Tiger's trying. Mine went off, but didn't actually harm him. Very surprised. And looks like the British infantry, British armor is more focused on the lighter stuff than the heavier stuff. Could be an interesting combo. But again, if they can try to break through with the Firefly and whatnot, that could work. But unfortunately, that Stug just used Panzer Tactician is now pulling back. He doesn't have enough munitions to do it on this one, so he's probably going to have to pull back anyway. But with that Tiger, they took this star and kind of evened things out a little bit for the Axis. So actually, nice job. British infantry ring supplying. We have a Firefly on the left, trying to knock out that mortar carriage. Again, if it has recon, it can hit it, but wow. And, ooh, bad, whoa, no, actually, I said give a 10 out of 10 on that one. Not only did he fly through the air, but he actually did a perfect, he actually lay on both feet, presented his arms up in the air, like, what's up, and then fainted. That's an excellent landing. Su-85 now opening fire. Nice, almost kill on that T-34, very close. Panzer Grenadiers moving up, trying to get a kill on something. Comet's close to dying. AT gun bouncing off. Alas, not getting the kill. Very close. Comet, like, can we run over? Panzer Grenadiers like, yeah, right, let me take you out. And one more shot should do it, but looks like all this infantry, they're going to have to fall back immediately. Resource-wise, still fairly close, except for the fuel. Unfortunately, they need to capture a fuel point. But they're keeping their armor alive, while the Allies have kind of been burning through a lot of theirs. Once again, you're moving up Panzer Grenadiers versus a bunch of guys with friends. It's not going to work, luckily. The Tiger's here to kind of alleviate that problem. Penal troops lying in wait. Looks like Z-Ankle will be able to get reman his all of his infantry units, getting a lot more penals, and still a 3-star conscript squad watching the flank. I love how he still has his AT gun here, because why not? Just why not have that? We have a, oh, I'm sorry, he went the mobile assault doctrine, so he has like the artillery, which is currently hitting the mortar carriage. Oh, and the MG, okay. Okay, it looks like they're able to reman a lot of their armor. So now they have a lot of T-34s on standby, while he still just has a Tiger. Well, it's fine. He has to rely on his ally Stug army, which is also fine if they can get the Stugs in range and if they can make sure that they don't die and get flanked. That's the big thing. We'll see how things go. It's getting close. I would say that I'm actually surprised how well the Axis have been doing. With all the penal troops here and everything, I'm going to assume the Soviets going to do a final blow. But, again, it's very close. And it can still go either way. I also like these Panzer Grenadiers, how they've been knocking down a lot of armored units, or at least giving them a fight. Thank you for moving up an AT gun. I know, Tiger, it's not yours, but my god. Thank you. Now, note, I'm not saying this for Zienkel, not because he has an AT gun. I'm just saying it because it wouldn't do anything. So there's no point. So it looks like all the armor's in mid. They weren't able to knock out that T-34, but nice kill with the Comet again. Again, kind of overextending on that with those Germans. Massive push, and the Katyusha's gonna be having a field day right now. Because again, all these guys are grouped up. One rocket is all needed. The Satchel's gonna blow up, knock out the engine on one, and hurt them. I love how all these Stugs are hitting the infantry, not the armor. Speaking of which, MG being placed over here. We have an MG opening fire. Then reconnecting the fuel point. Not bad. Germans assault. Mostly kind of backfiring. They still have two Stugs on standby, which I wouldn't really group up. They also kind of, I hope they mind over here. Because otherwise I see a Soviet flank coming in. We have a 3-star Vickers opening fire on point, but they're still taking it. So very nice job for the Germans. Although nice mortar hit. Probably that thing will be able to capture it. Oh my god, Tiger moving in, but he doesn't know what he's walking into. And remember, the extended range on the Su-85 will allow them to see the Tiger. Oh no, it's stuck. And he doesn't have Panzer Tactician. This would be a good time for the Stugs to move up. Oh, nice shot. But alas, that final shot revealed his position, and allowed the Su-85 to be like, take that Tiger down. And they neutralized it. Now, luckily, Tiger should be able to deploy his new armored vehicle rather soon. Like in the next minute, he should be able to deploy this thing as long as he doesn't lose too much infantry. Which I may just be spoiling it because I think he may lose all of his infantry. Again, usually if I say something, it's like, that won't happen. It usually happens. So we'll see. Grenadiers trying to fight, but alas, it's just not working. Katyusha's, I'm sorry, oh my god. Well, I think there was either a demo there or a really nice rocket. Just goddamn, that unit blew up the Kingdom Come. And speaking of which, he just lost everything. And yeah. Now the Stugs are still there and they can open fire. Nice kill. Mass Stug attack could knock out another Su-85. You have 3 Stugs firing that can be very potent, but again, remember, this thing has the extended range if you want. Okay, I think this is blocking its view. Oh my god, massive Panzer Grenadiers. Okay, don't group up like that, kind of spread them out a little bit, just saying. Nice idea, but you're kind of making it so that way they could very easily be knocked out. Panzer Grenadiers moving up along with the Stugs, hoping for a breakthrough attempt. Come on. Oh, there goes the Su-85. Although there goes the Stug. And there goes a nice charge, which blows up the Panzer Grenadier squad. There goes 2 Panzer Grenadiers. Stug still engaging. But remember, we still have the Firefly, which is better potency. One more shot, though. And the Firefly is crippled. The Stugs pull back and blink. Actually, I don't know why they blinked. Probably because I think that T-34 is still there. But that's some heavy losses on both sides. Although they still grab the Panzerschrecks. Overall, I'd probably say with the loss of 2 Panzer Grenadier squads in one of those compared to 1 Su-85 and 1 T-34, I'm probably going to have to say... Yeah, I'm probably going to say the Germans lost more because they really need those Panzer Grenadiers. At least you still have the mortar carriages, which are hammering here. And now it seems to be, it looks like a battle for like these 2 victory points. It seems like the Germans are just forgotten about this side, and the Allies are like, okay, we'll just hold back the 2. But British colonial power has taken quite a few hits. He is getting double Firefly, which could help fight the Stugs, because again, it's just a better version in mass of the tank destroyer. They also have a bunch of PTRS rifles coming in to take out a lot of these vehicles. You could deploy the Panzer IV, but the Panzer IV is literally quite far away, so he doesn't have anything directly to fight those, except for, I don't know, a tiger tank moving up. Penal troops on standby, waiting for an MG to be taken out, but the last, I think, is still there. You're going to have to fall back. Tiger tank now in mid, and that T-34 is like, oh boy, you're going to have to fall back. The Allies are down, but so are the Axis, both of them taking some heavy casualties and burning through their reserves. Luckily, Z-Ankle is able to at least have a little bit more backup than the Axis, so he's still able to keep reinforcing his men pretty effectively. Tiger is scraping the barrel right now. He lost all his 3-star Grenadiers. I mean, he has lost a big chunk of his infantry game, and that's going to cost him for at least right now until he can remand those. And judging by the amount of munitions they're getting, which, once again, I am surprised they have not placed any munition caches. And before you say, oh, Greyshot, where would they put them? Here. You put one here. You need more munitions. Even here has been relatively untapped or untouched for majority of the game. So, yes, I would put those there. I mean, I could say the same thing about the Allies. But, and Z-Ankle is a big cause for that. He has a ton of manpower, and he has 2 Grenadiers. He can literally put points right on these 2 and get, oh, an extra 10 or 6 fuel per turn. Wait. I think? Wait. Yeah, 10? 10? Yeah, 6, that was like, I want to make sure my math was correct. Yes, it was. That may not sound like a lot, but it does add up over time. Especially an extra, a lot of those munitions, which right now you kind of need. Speaking of which, Firefly coming over. Most likely they'll help to break these bunkers. Tiger, though, moving in, trying to help support. AT gun, now 3-star, also there to make sure that he can help hold back these Fireflies. Oh boy, I see a Stug push on the right, and I think he may still have some mines over there. Let's see how well that goes. Tiger opening fire. Firefly still taking some hits. Pack gun, alas, out of range, but I would not chase. I would just keep it on standby, waiting. We do have the penal troops over here, taking mid. Oh my god, this AT gun can't even pen the Stugs. I love how they have the heavy weapons. Like, you gave the... why you gave them the heavy weapons, I don't know. I guess they just scavenged them, but that's still hilarious to see a Grenadier and... a Bren and a Panzerschreck on 2 Engineer squads. Firefly is being healed. Tiger not being healed. AT gun opening fire on the cache, so actually nice job to neutralizing that. Firefly's opening fire, but again, they're tank destroyer. Oh wow, actually never mind. As soon as they're tank destroyers, they can't do anything to the infantry. They knock it out. So very nicely done. Grabbing another squad, Pioneers for some reason. I love also this is such a crater. The heavy cover's been blown out, and that's just crater. So it just gets medium. T-34 on standby on the right. Stugs and then pushing. I don't know why you're giving up mid, as that seemed to have worked out quite a lot, kind of supporting your ally. But whatever. I guess trying to push on that right flank, even though you weren't able, and they have this here, so they were able to reinforce quite easily. So sure, why not? I expect a flank through mid to occur. Oh, that Tiger being hit by double Firefly. It just got neutralized. Oh boy. Again, missile strikes. And now Tiger just calls GG. And to be fair, he's right. Without access to more AT or really anything, or armor of any type, he's kind of screwed. Like, to be quite fair, he's just screwed. Fireflies could definitely do a lot of damage, and they could very easily hold them back. I'm sorry, anything that the Tiger can deploy. I mean, right now you could obviously see that just one AT gun could have knocked out the Fireflies and pushed them back, which blows my mind that he didn't have more backing up his Tiger, or he never thought about it. I know you can say, oh, the artillery would have killed a Greyshot. Well, I mean, just think about that for a second. If they would have just better positioned their stuff, he would have been fine. Now, these guys are being pinned down. The question is how the Stug's doing. And That one died, but somehow still managed to push. They have broken engines, and the Su-85 is coming in to finish them off. It's the problem with Stoops. They can't turn their front barrel. So, yeah. Wow, I can't believe this one with the damaged engine is still somehow being able to dodge. Oh, good, that one died. But the Su-85 gets the kill. Hey, maybe move up your panzer. Okay, they are. Once again, the AT gun just hanging out over there instead of closer. I mean, overall, British and S-Shades are so close. The Tiger's the one that just lost everything. And they're trying. Right now, they have to cap some territory. I feel like it should have... I don't know. You did kill quite a few units, and fine. But I feel like your venture over here was not really worth it. You should have... I mean, it may have been kind of costly, but... being closer to your ally kind of works, and if your ally is really pushing and holding on to that one point, being there to support him actually kind of helped you guys out for a long time, and then you guys separated and it didn't work. So, again, if you have a teammate, being coordinating definitely helps more so. And once you, then if you separate, it essentially becomes a 1v1, and unfortunately you just don't have the firepower you once did to really do that 1v1. Tiger, originally you did, but not anymore. You've taken way too many losses, and you just didn't have the components to really hold out. You were doing great with the Grenadiers until they started getting knocked out. And I can't believe that that goddamn stupid AT gun manages to live throughout the entire game. Alright. Tiger, wow. Ed Chase got more damage and kills. Surprised on that, but again, I can understand why. These Stoogs, which if I can pull them up, were probably very effective in killing a lot of the armor. Yeah, 18,000 damage. Now, 15 kills, almost 19,000. Whereas the Tiger, I'm assuming not so much. 7 friendly fire. Oh, wow. The Tiger was fine. It was a damage soaker, but just having more units on mass opening fire was definitely helped. And those Panzer Grenadiers were actually pretty damn good. You just needed something to really fight the normal infantry. And also, you never got an artillery. Love how I'm zooming on that rocket. Look at that beautiful rocket coming in. Anyway, you just didn't really have anything. I was actually kind of surprised on that. Z-Ankle, really good infantry. You kind of sucked early game, but you got your after taking some speed bumps, you got back on track and you did really well. Your armor didn't survive all that much, but overall, I would say that you did pretty good. Same thing, British Colonial Power. You actually were doing great. Then you lost a lot of infantry and then armor, and you're like, oh no, what is this guy going to do? But then toward the end, you kind of recovered. Your infantry also never died. It was pretty much everything else part of your infantry. Also, very interesting choice for a doctrine. I don't think the mattress really helped too much. I think the Katusha probably did a lot more. Yeah, I definitely did a lot more. But it's a nice try. But yeah, this British infantry was fantastic at just holding off these Grenadiers. And once the Grenadiers lost their veterancy and their G43s, it was open game on Germans. Like, the Brenns had no competition against just basic rifles that they get. So, very nicely done. And it was a really, really good game. But in any case, guys, that's going to be it. I want to thank you guys for... Oh, actually, hold on. Before I go. British Colonial Power got most damage and most kills. Good to know. Anyway, that's game. I want to thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like and subscribe. But before I go, I want to once again thank our Patreon supporters. Again, because I thank you guys so very much for Ace, Carter, Leo, Tim, Sean, and Nick for supporting me. Thank you guys so much. You guys rock. And on a sour note, but actually kind of just got notified about this, I was just informed that Call of Duty Man is no longer making content, and that's kind of sad a little bit for me, because, and I'll explain this. He's one of the reasons why I started doing Company of Heroes replays, just based on him. And you can say, oh, Greyshot, you're copying him. And to an effect, I didn't know that you could do that with Company of Heroes. I was basically just playing first-person shooters a lot, and I'm like, oh, people actually watch this. So I started doing it, and I sucked, and eventually I got better, and now I got a lot of people watching me, so thank you. But yeah, it's sort of sad to see him go, but it kind of makes sense. He's been less he's been playing more games, like kind of like what I have. I've kind of diversified, and he's just been busier. And again, I pump out 2 videos a day at most, 6 times a week. I get exhausted, and I honestly kind of am looking for support on some things, but I'm also trying to make sure my channel looks and does as awesome as it can. If he's one guy doing all that, that's a lot of stress on him. And there are times where it's also just like, I've been like, well, I need a break, and I've had weekends where I'm like, I'm just not going to put up anything because I want to go on vacation or something. So if he wants to focus on his work and his job, I give him the best of luck, because again, at the end of the day, this is a side hobby where I can maybe make some cash to support my hobby. It's not my job. As much as I want it to be my job, I know that it probably will not, as much as I put my hard work in. But still, he's an awesome guy, and the few times I was able to talk to him, he was always polite, always extremely courteous and kind, and I wish him the best of luck on his future endeavors. So Call of Duty Man, this is Greyshot17 wishing you best of luck on your future endeavors. And to all those watching still, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.